Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Khadija, Associate Professor, Department of Physiology from Bosundara Adhan Medical College. Welcome you to this online class. Today, I'm going to discuss an important topic of endocrinology, that is thyroid physiology. We are going to discuss the physiologic function of thyroid hormone. First function is calorogenic function, that increase oxygen consumption and heat production. Increase oxygen consumption of almost all tissues of the body except brain, antipituitary, testes, ovary, and lymph nodes. It increases basal metabolic rate. So all this causes metabolism. Metabolism causes increased production of heat. So it is called calorogenic hormone. Now the cellular function of thyroid hormone, that is, it increases transcription of a gene, formation of new protein, increase the number of and activity of mitochondria, thus production of large number of ATP, and that increases sodium potassium ATPase activity. Now we'll discuss the metabolic effect of thyroid hormone. First, what are the effect on carbohydrate? The thyroid hormone causes rapid uptake of glucose by all cells. It promotes glycolysis in peripheral tissues. It promotes increased gluconeogenesis. It also increases glycogenolysis in the liver and muscles. It also increases rate of absorption of glucose from the GIT, and also increasing, that's why it also increasing the secretion of insulin from the pancreas. On protein metabolism, the effect of protein synthesis and degradation, that is, increased protein synthesis at low thyroid hormone level. That is, in low level it increases protein synthesis, so in low metabolic rate, and is related to growth. It increases protein degradation at high level, that is, a high level of thyroid hormone causes increased protein degradation, that is related to energy production. We will discuss lipid metabolism. It increases fatty acid mobilization from the adipose tissue. It increases plasma free fatty acids and decreases plasma cholesterol, triglyceride, and phospholipid level. It also increases cholesterol excretion in the bile. Now we are going to discuss effect of thyroid hormone on cardiovascular system. On cardiovascular system, it increases blood flow and also increases cardiac output. It increases heart rate and also increases force of contraction of the heart due to increased enzymatic activity, but it does not increase the blood pressure because with the systolic blood pressure is elevated, but the diastolic blood pressure is decreased, so the mean blood pressure is normal. Effect of on normal sexual function. For normal sexual function, thyroid hormone must be in a normal approximate level. In man, lack of thyroid hormone causes lack of libido, and great excess of hormone causes impotence. And in case of female, lack of thyroid hormone causes hypothyroidism, and that causes menorrhagia, polymenorrhea, and even amenorrhea. Now there is important function of thyroid hormone, that is effect of thyroid hormone on nervous system. It is essential for central nervous system neural development. It enhances wakefulness and alertness, enhances memory and learning capacity, required for normal emotional tone. It increases sleep and amplitude of peripheral nerve reflexes. Normal thyroid function tests are serum total T3T4 level and serum free T3T4 level and serum TSH level, and isotope scanning of thyroid gland. Now the evaluation of thyroid function test. For evaluation, we have to do the TSH level, free T3T4 level, and total T3T4 level. In athyroid state, TSH level is normal, but free T3T4 level also normal, but total T3T4 level may be high or low. In hypothyroid condition, TSH level is high, but free T3T4 level and total T3T4 level is low. In hyperthyroid state, we will find that TSH level is low, but free T3T4 level and also total T3T4 level is high. So when TSH level is high, we can understand that it is hypothyroid condition. If TSH level is low, we will understand that it is hyperthyroid condition. From this evolution, we can understand that if we do a single test for thyroid functioning, that is TSH level. Now we will discuss the disorders of thyroid gland. Disorders can be hypothyroidism, that is when thyroid hormone level is low, that is called hypothyroidism. What are the causes? There are different types of causes: autoimmunity of the thyroid gland, a defect of thyroid hormone synthesis due to iodine deficiency or anti-thyroid drugs, post-irradiation and post-surgical hypothyroidism, peripheral resistance to thyroid hormone, and secondary hypothyroidism due to hypopituitarism. According to onset hypothyroidism, we can find cretinism and myxedema. Cretinism in congenital form and myxedema adult form. Now we will discuss cretinism. Cretinism is extremely hypothyroidism during fetal life, infancy or childhood is called cretinism. It is a irreversible condition. It is caused due to lack of thyroid, congenital absence of thyroid gland or genetic defect in production of thyroid hormone or iodine lack in diet or like endemic cretinism. If we see the clinical features of cretinism, it is related to delayed milestone, that is delay in sitting, standing, dentation in child development. Skeletal growth is more inhibited than soft tissue. There is a disproportionate growth retardation of the baby. Patient become obese, it is dwarf but obese, and there is a tongue may become so large that it can obstruct the airway. So, the patient look idiotic and mentally retarded. So, how can you prevent? Prevent by iodine therapy is the best in pregnant mother, and then therapy, thyroid hormone is replacement is the treatment of the cretinism. Now, myxedema. It is an adult hypothyroid condition. It happened after individual development. Gradual changes occurs like tiredness, lethargy, decreased metabolic rate, slow mental activity and motor activity, cold intolerance, weight gain, goiter, and also hair loss, dry skin, and eventually maybe coma. We can find in myxedema we can find non-pitting type of edema. Why this occurs? Due to increased hyaluronic acid and chondroitin sulfate bounded the protein in the interstitial space. So, when fluid enters into the interstitial space, it bound with it forms a gel-like substances. So, water cannot move from the space. So, there is production of non-pitting type of edema. What are the causes of this type of myxedema? Because of lack of thyroid gland, lack of hormone replacement, and lack of thyroid hormone binding globulin. Figure you can see there is a large gland in the neck. It is that is enlargement of the thyroid gland. So, what is goiter? Goiter means enlargement of the thyroid gland. In mountain area, there is a dietary deficiency of iodine. So, for the people living this area, they are away from the sea level, such there is a continuous deficiency of iodine. For this region, this type of goiter occurs. This is called endemic goiter. What is the mechanism for formation of endemic goiter? First, there is deficiency of iodine in the diet. This causes decreased hormone production of thyroid hormone production, and that results in increased thyroid stimulating hormone release, and this thyroid stimulating hormone acts on the thyroid gland for production and it stimulates the blood flow and synthesis of colloid particles and increase the size of the cells. So, increase thyroglobulin production, and that's why enlargement of the thyroid gland, but the thyroid hormone is not synthesized, but the continuous stimulation is coming from the releasing of thyroid stimulating hormone. So, the gland become more enlarged and goiter is formed. Now, we will discuss the hyperthyroidism, that is excess thyroid hormone production. What are the causes? It is maybe toxic goiter, thyrotoxicosis, and Graves' disease. Now, we'll discuss the clinical features. A patient may become fatigue, emotional symptoms, that is nervousness and irritable, heat intolerance, elevated metabolic rate, weight loss, tachycardia, goiter, and muscle wasting, and also exophthalmos, that is protrusion of the eyeball, and development of heart failure, congestive heart failure. You can see this figure. There is a female, the eyes is protruding from the eyeball, that is called exophthalmos. What are the causes? Except that is, this is called Graves' disease. It is due to excess thesis hormone release and also autoimmune disorders. How goiter is related to the hypothyroidism? Due to excessive stimulation of thyroid-stimulating hormone, thyroglobulin production occurs and enlargement of the follicles. In this case, excessive stimulation of the thyroid gland by the thyroid-stimulating hormone, because thyroid hormone is secreted as iodine is available. Graves syndrome of Graves' disease. This is the eyes showing exophthalmos. Graves' disease is the commonest cause of hyperthyroidism, and due to it is a autoimmune disorders. It is not due to excess thyroid hormone production. It is due to production of thyroid stimulating immunoglobulin. Thyroid stimulating immunoglobulin acts as a agonist of thyroid stimulating hormone. So they causes synthesis of excess T3T4. Thyroid stimulating immunoglobulin is also known as long acting thyroid stimulating. It is usually common in women. This table shows the difference between hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism. In hyperthyroidism, general features are fatigue, excitability, weight loss, and increased BMR. And in hypothyroidism, also fatigue, but here we can see weight loss and decreased BMR, and sleep. Decreased sleep in case of hyperthyroidism. In hypothyroidism, increased sleep. Temperature, in case of hyperthyroidism, in heat in intolerance, but in case of hypothyroidism, cold intolerance. Skeletal muscle wasting is present in hyperthyroidism, but in extreme weight, but in case of hypothyroidism, extreme muscular sluggishness. Gastrointestinal tract, we can see that mild diarrhea is present in hyperthyroidism, but constipation present in hypothyroidism. Skin, in case of skin, increased sweating in case of hyperthyroidism, but decreased sweating and scaliness found in skin in case of hypothyroidism. Now, a neurological effect, we can find that fine tremor of the hand, nervousness, and psychological disorders are found in hyperthyroidism. In case of hypothyroidism, it is mental sluggishness. We can find mental sluggishness here. And cardiac effect, we can see that in case of hyperthyroidism, there is increased heart rate, increased cardiac output. But in case of hypothyroidism, decreased heart rate, decreased cardiac output. And menstrual abnormalities we can find in hyperthyroidism, oligomenorrhea. In hypothyroidism, we can find menorrhagia and polymenorrhea. And sexual functions are usually abnormal, does not found in hypothyroidism, but in hypothyroidism, you can see that in case of male, loss of libido, in women, decreased libido. Now, how can we treat hyperthyroidism? We can treat hyperthyroidism by antithyroid drugs. There are several types of antithyroid substances we can found. That is, a type of first is thiocyanate ions, that is decreases thyroid pump, and propylthiouracil, that decreases thyroid hormone formation, and high concentration of iodine, that decrease the release of thyroid hormone and decrease the thyroid gland size. These are the antithyroid substances. So, after all the discussion, we have to remember some key points, that is, thyroid hormone is held in storage. It is stored up to 2 to 3 months, and it is bound to mitochondria, thereby increase production of ATP, and bound to receptors activating gene that control energy utilization. It exerts a calorogenic effect. That's all of my topics today. Thanks for your patience hearing. So thank you, students, and I hope you will remain well and be safe. Allah Hafiz.